Well, I'm still on my comfort food kick. So if you want to see what I came up with this time, stick around. Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chew on Vegan. Welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, I'm a plant-based RN and I follow a whole food plant-based way of eating with a focus on protein. As I've gotten older, I realize I need more protein to help build muscle, and muscles help protect our bones, which is really important for longevity and overall health. So continuing on with my comfort foods, who does not love pizza? Pizza is one of my favorites. So today I'm going to be making a barbecue tempeh pizza. It's going to be high in protein, it's going to be low calorie, so it's perfect for weight loss, and with the high protein, it's going to be perfect for helping to build muscle. And I've been working really hard trying to build muscle. It's not easy when you are postmenopausal. That's just the facts, is it takes a little bit more work or a lot more work to build muscle. But I almost have a bicep, so I'm really excited. I'm seeing some results. I've got a long way to go, but I'm getting there. The full recipe for this will be in the description box. Please check out the other things in the description box. I've got discount codes. I've got a link to my new cookbook, which has over 60 recipes, and most of them are high protein, so I think you will really get a lot out of that. And if you're new to this way of eating, I have an online course, and it will help you transition over to this way of eating. And it's just a very comprehensive course with a lot of tips and tricks and some advice on how to stay consistent in this way of eating. So I know a lot of you have been following me for a while when I was on the starch solution, and I have transitioned away from that, going to more protein focused meals, which has really been helpful for my overall health. And I hope you are enjoying these videos as well. So without any further ado, let's get going on this barbecue tempeh pizza. So we're gonna start by preparing our tempeh. And if you're not a fan of tempeh, then it might be because you're not making it the correct way, or you're not prepping it correctly, I should say. I highly recommend that you steam the tempeh before you use it in any recipe. It can tend to be bitter, and if you don't like that, then you just need to steam it for like 5 minutes and it gets rid of that bitterness. So we're going to use 1 serving of this tempeh for our pizza, and actually we're going to get 2 pizzas. You're going to be able to eat 2 of these pizzas. So we're going to use 1 serving and we're going to divide it up with the 2 pizzas. Now this whole block would be about 45 grams of protein, but since we're just using 1 serving, it'll be 18 grams. We're going to use half on each pizza, so that's going to add an additional 9 grams of protein. So let's get this cubed up and we'll steam it for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to show you the next step. Now, if you're gluten-free, be careful because not all tempeh is created equal. There's some, I think it's called 3 grain, but it's got barley in it, which is not safe for celiac. So just be aware of that. But this one is gluten-free. So we're going to cube this up. All right, now let's throw it in our steamer. And this just goes in the microwave. You can do it on the stovetop if you'd rather steam it that way, that's fine. 5 minutes in the microwave, and while that's going, I'm going to show you how I'm going to make my barbecue sauce for the pizzas. All right, let's get going on our barbecue sauce. I've got about 2.5 tablespoons of tomato paste, and I've got some apple cider vinegar. I've got some coconut aminos, and there's a little bit of liquid smoke in there. Little bit of lemon juice, some spices. I will give you the full rundown. Garlic salt, onion powder, smoked paprika, the usual suspects. And then some maple syrup. And then we're going to whisk this and see what the consistency is. We may need to add a little water, or we may not. I'm going to take a tablespoon out of here, and I'm going to add a little bit of water to make it a little thinner. Then I'm going to throw my serving of tempeh in here. Then we've got our serving of tempeh, which is about 85 grams. And just kind of toss it around, get it all coated with the barbecue sauce. And then we're just going to pop this in the air fryer or your oven, whatever you happen to have handy, and just cook it for like maybe 5 minutes on 400. And then just watch it because it could burn with the barbecue sauce. We just want to get it going because it's going to cook on top of the pizza as well. All right, so I'm going to put this in the air fryer, and then I'm going to show you the toppings and all that fun stuff. So for our pizza, for the base here, we're going to be using these wraps. I'm using my BFree, gluten-free, high-protein wraps, and these are 11 grams of protein each and only 100 calories. Now you can use whatever kind of wrap you want, but to get the macros that I'm talking about, I'm using these. I'm sure there's high-protein wraps that aren't gluten-free that you could use, but if you could get one that's around 11 grams of protein and 100 calories, then that would work. So we're just going to put some of our barbecue sauce on here, and we will spread that around. A little more. I like to save a little bit so I can drizzle it over the top when it's all done. Makes it fun. All right. And these are not going to take long to cook at all. So I've got some ideas for toppings over here. I've got some broccoli because why not? I've got some tomatoes, some peppers and onions, and our tempeh, of course. And I'm going to put some of our tempeh, I'm going to divide it in half, and half will go on one pizza, half on the other. And I break it up a little bit. And you can use, just like I always say, whatever toppings you want. This is just serving suggestions. You know, most of the time I eat pretty simply in my real life here, not on my YouTube life. I eat stuff like this as well, but most of the time it's like tofu, some rice and veggies, you know, it's not anything super crazy. All right, I think that's about even. And then just add a little bit of veggies on there. And don't throw it on the floor like I just did. A few little tomatoes. And then some broccoli. And I like the color, and I just like the vitamins, and broccoli is one of my favorite vegetables. All right, so this is just going to go back into the oven. I don't think it's going to take more than 10 minutes, but I'm going to check it after about 7 because the wrap starts getting cooked pretty fast. All right, and then when it's all done, I'll show you how I finish it off. Now look at these beauties, but we're not done yet. I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of nutritional yeast over the top, optional, maybe half a teaspoon, quarter teaspoon, doesn't have to be a lot. I just love the flavor of it, so. And then I've got my Greek yogurt that I'm obsessed with. Oh yeah. Plop a little bit on there. And then we'll just drizzle a little bit of our barbecue sauce. I don't know if that's really drizzling. I'm not a good drizzler. But you know, we don't care. It's all about the taste, right? Anyway, I think these are absolutely beautiful. It took, it was 9 minutes in the oven at 400 degrees, so they came out perfect. Let's give these bad boys a taste. Okay, can you say heavenly? Look at these. Look at these. Okay, let's give these a taste. I can wait no longer. And here's my bite. I've got a little bit of the tempeh, the broccoli, the pepper, the onion, the yogurt. So good. Unbelievable. Now I do suggest that you eat it pretty close to it coming out of the oven, because if you let it sit, it gets a little soggy, which mine is a little bit because I had to take photos, moving stuff around, so it sat for a bit and it's not quite as hot as I would like it. So eat it pretty close to when it comes out. You know, don't burn your mouth or anything, but imagine you can eat both those. Now, as far as the macros, I don't have them 100% figured out, but that will be in the description box. So be sure to check that out. And also all the other resources that I offer, the cookbook, the online course. Oh, and also get into my Facebook group. It's a pretty active group, and you're gonna find inspiration, recipes, and support in there. And if you like this video, if you learned something, give it a like and share it with your friends. If you've made it this far in the video, please comment below with pizza, and that way I know you made it to the end with me, and I really appreciate it. Remember, all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet, and what you put on your plate determines your fate. Until next time, thank you.